Welcome to our YouTube channel again. This is Ethan Coles from Coles Trading, and today we're gonna deassemble another product from Bang & Olufsen. It is the most famous speaker out there. This is the Beolab 8002. It's the last production for the 8000 series, and this speaker has been upgraded with the famous ice power amplifier. The Beolab 8002 has been in present and manufacturing from 2010 and has been also designed by the most famous designer personally, is it David Lewis. At the back we have the combination of the colors was many for the Beolab 8002. You can get it in black, dark gray, red and black and blue, and also in silver and white, and also the gold version. I've never seen a gold version in my personal life. I've only seen some pictures. So yeah, at the beginning of the video I talked about the ice power amplifier. So the tweeter and the woofer has got each amplifiers. So each amplifiers can produce 125 watts. It's a class D amplifier, and for bass and also for the tweeter unit. So the connection is also the same. We have the underneath. I'm gonna show you when we take the speaker up to the table. We have the Powerlink input, and we also have the line in input. The major designs where you can see is this Beolab 8002. We have the LED indicator. So the LED indicator is more visible right here. So it has a round cut into the design. So basically the design is completely the same as the Beolab 8000 for Mark 1, Mark 2, and somebody is talking about Mark 3. But what I know, there's only one version and a Mark 2 version. But in the forums you can find some people that are believing there's a Mark 3 version. Maybe they're right, but they can maybe prove some improvements of lines. But here we have the Beolab 8002, the last version and the last series of production for Beolab 8000 series. So today we're gonna deassemble it and look for the improvements inside the aluminium chassis frame. So we're gonna see the woofers and the tweeter and also the ice power amplifier inside the Beolab 8002. So right now we have removed all the click systems out of the right side, so we can actually remove the cover. So just be gently and lift it up at the same time. There we go. Also click the other way. There you go. In the previous model, the Beolab 8000, you can just click the front covers all the way up and lift it up. But in this case, you have this plastic thing here for the LED indicator, and you can't actually put it up all the way up. So you need to remove it for one side and for the other side. But you can, I don't know, I've not tried to put it out in that way before. So yes, that's the only way I could remove it. But if you know how to remove the front cover for Beolab 8002, give me a hint. We are in this position where we have removed the front cover. We have the tweeter, we have the two bass drivers for the Beolab 8002. Each drivers has its own ice amplifier units. So it's 125 watts the amplifier for each drivers. So we also have the new beautiful label for where this says Beolab 8002. So there's not major changes front covers, front cabinet has been also changed, and I can also see some changes here. So let's check the Beolab 8002 at the table and begin to process and removing the woofers and see what's inside the beautiful product. We have now moved onto the table. We have put the Beolab 8002 at the table. So let's begin the work. So let's try to remove the Twitter unit and also the beautiful bass drivers. So let's take the screwdrivers and remove all the screws for the drivers and take them out. So right now we have removed all the screws. Let's be grounded first and protect ourselves. And let's lift off the Twitter unit. And the Beolab 8002 has also been improved with the new damping material. So let's see. This is actually my first time removing Beolab 8002. I think there's a locking here. And here is the Twitter driver for Beolab 8002. And we can move it here. So next process is we're gonna remove the woofers. And the woofers is here. There we go. And the new thing about this woofer is has the PCB board here. And here is the woofer for Beolab 8002. Same for this one. It's actually gonna be a fast video, but it's actually very interesting how they put this on, because you can actually lift it up here and you can even get access to the cables here. So it's a very annoying way they have put the cables. That's crazy. Why they have put. That's very interesting. So I think we should. I think we need to remove all the screws around the chassis, because I can't get into the drivers. The driver. The cables are hitting here, so I can't even lift it up. So I think we need to remove the screws and lift off this chassis. We have now removed all the screws, and I also removed these two screws. I don't know. I don't know why they have used different kind of screws, but let's try to lift it up. It's coming off easily. Here. Here we go. So don't even. Let's remove that and see if we can. Okay, let's. Okay, so I think we need to access the cables here. Let's remove the cables one by one. Here we go. And here is the another woofer. Looks like this. And the gasket. And the beautiful frame. It's nearly the same, but I think they have used some another material. But it's, I think it's still ABS. So yes, here it is. Let's remove the damping material. And you can also buy this damping material in my website for your Beolab 8000 for Mark II, Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. But they also have used the same damping material in Beolab 8002. So let's also remove the cap here. And here is the top calf. It's actually in good condition, just needs to be wiped off, but here it is. It's also, all these parts will be still in our website. So yes, put it here. So we are actually done for this section. So I'm gonna turn the Beolab 8000 in counterclockwise. The foot the big iron foot is gonna be in here, so we can see what's inside the electronics parts. So stay tuned. So we have flipped the Beolab 8002 counterclockwise or clockwise. You can do it both, but our big iron foot is placed right here. So next step is we're gonna remove all these 6 screws and lift the chassis out. So we're gonna do that. The screws is out, and let's try to lift it up. It's actually my first time to do it, but I think the chassis right here is going underneath the comb. So I think we need to remove the big foot here. It's right here. I can show you. It's right here. So I'm gonna take a screwdriver and see if we can remove it. So let's move it here. It's very easy. There's only one screw at the bottom here. So let's remove that. I have just loosened up the screw a little bit so we can remove it. Here's the bolt. It's actually this spacer has got bigger from the previous version, 8000 series. Put it here, and let's also take these floor protector or spikes, or I think this is called it's not the spikes, but it's just floor protector. Put it here, and let's try to see if we can. So we are still in process to try to remove the big here we go. I think it just need to wiggle a little bit. So still trying to remove it. I think we need to place this on the floor and try to lift it up. Let's try that. So we have finally removed the big iron foot. It was very easy to remove it. We just need to place it on the floor and we can just lift up the cabinet. So let's try to see if we can get access to the comb. The comb is holding by one clip here. So let's try to remove it. And I think the clip or something has fallen off, but no, the clip is still here. So take a flat screwdriver and see if we can remove it. So we are still removing the clips, and the clip is slide off. I'm gonna pin the clip on the floor. So let's try to remove the comb. I think we need to flip this upside down. Let's see if we can remove it. Here we go. And here's the comb. This looks like a waffle. Put it here. So let's see if we can still, okay, let's see if we can get access to the amplifier board. No. Okay, so the amplifier board is actually made in one piece maybe. Let's remove the, I don't know, what is that? I think this is for protecting the comb not hitting this aluminum block. So let's try to see if we can start here. Let's remove all the screws here and see if we can work out in this way. We have finally removed the screws in the input section, and let us try to remove the position for the setup. Left and light, and we have the line position, and we also have the position for the corner and the free. And it's very nice that Bang & Olufsen has made an indicator for wall and up to the wall and out of the wall. That's very nice to see. And here we have the PCB board 6. It's nice to see. So we're gonna put it here. Let's just try to see if we can move this up. And here we have some brackets. Okay. So right now we need to remove I think there's only 2 screws here. So let's remove that. The screws are removed from the cabinet. Let's try to see if we can, but I'm a little unsure why there are only 2 screws here. Let's try to flip it. Nice and easy. Just check your time. So no, there's no screws hidden. Here we go. Here we have the beautiful aluminium cover. Not the cover, but the cabinet. And we also have the sign here. Where it said Beolab 8002 white. And we also have the series number. Put it here. So here we have the electronic boards. So let's try to see if we can remove the isolation material and focus on the 3 boards we have here. So let's remove. It's actually very interesting to see Bang & Olufsen has still used these isolation thing around the cables. First thing, let's remove them. I hate to see them on the products. Let's also remove the cables here, because at the end these materials is gonna drop onto the boards. We actually have seen them in the Beolab once. Bang & Olufsen has done that. So you know what, let's remove the cables here and see if we can. Here we go, we have some cables, and the cables going underneath here. So let's move the cables. So let's begin by removing the amplifier board. It's the PCB board 2. Let's do that. Screws out, and let's try to lift it up. And here's the amplifier board, and this is the PCB board 2. Look like this. Next thing, I think this is the filter board. Let's move the cables, but I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try to get the manual and see if the manual, if you get any information about this board. So let's remove the screws. So the screws are removed. It looks like a filter board, but I'm not sure. But we have this is the PCB board. There's no, this PCB board 30. I'm gonna put it here. So next step is we're gonna remove the power supply board. So let's remove the cables. And normally Bang & Olufsen use a metal thing to hold the the cables, but in this case we are seeing with some plastic thing. So here's also some cables. So the next step, we're gonna remove the screws around the power supply board. So we're gonna continue by doing that. Let's try to lift it up. And here is the power supply board for Beolab 8002 and the PCB board 35. Put it here. I think this is thermal protection for the whole system. So let's try to also remove that. The screws are removed, and let's try to lift it up. And here is the PCB board 7. Look like this, and I think we have a small sensor. So next step is we are still removing the parts for the Beolab 8002, and let's remove all the cables, and let's also try to see if we can. Okay, you know what? Let's try to remove all the parts. So let's try to see if we can. Okay, there's one screw here we need to remove, and yeah, let's try to do that. We have removed the screws, and I'm not sure how to remove this one. So I think it's bolted together. Look like in one piece. Yeah, it looks like there's a one piece. Okay, I didn't see that coming, but okay, it's coming off. Okay, let's try to see if we can push this out. Okay. Let's try to push the smaller cables out first. Here we go, and the last one. And here is the input section, and we also have the serial number right here. So yeah, put it here. So the interesting part for the Beolab 8002, the whole this section is in one piece. What I can see, is one piece for the comb chassis is also made in aluminium. So let's try also remove this one, the plastic for the LED indicator. So we are actually done for for this process. I think we are missing one part. This one. Let's also remove that so we can complete the assembling process. So let's screw this section out and see. We have now removed the screws here from this top, and we have removed the screws, and I'm not sure how to remove this one. So I think this bolted together. Look like in one piece. Yeah, it looks like there's a one piece. Okay, I didn't see that coming, but okay, it's coming off. Okay, let's try to see if we can push this out. Okay. Let's try to push the smaller cables out first. we go. And last one. And here is the input section, and we also have the serial number right here. So yeah, put it here. So the interesting part for the Beolab 8002, the whole this section is in one piece. What I can see, so one piece for the comb chassis is also made in aluminium. So let's try also remove this one, the plastic for the LED indicator. So we are actually done for for this process. I think we are missing one part. This one. Let's also remove that so we can complete the assembling process. Here's the top part for the aluminium, round aluminium top part or top plate. So now we have a complete aluminium block, and I don't know what this paper is for. Yeah, I'm a little unsure what this paper is for, but here is the big aluminium cabinet. So we have finally removed all the parts for the Beolab 8002. Let's bring all the parts at the table and see what we have. So we have finally removed all the parts from the Beolab 8002. We have bring all the smaller parts at the table, but let's start with the big ones. We have the beautiful chassis frame with the label on, and I think this one is gonna be sealed like this. Yeah, and also we have over here we have the big aluminium block for the cooling, and it looks like this. And Bang Olufsen has also improved these for the aluminium. The Beolab 8000 normal 8000 series. This is made in plastic, so when you do some services for the, let's say, amplifier board or the power supply board, and when you screw them out, there's a chance that the plastic gonna break. So they also have improved that. That's very nice to see that Bang Olufsen has learned something out. So that's great. And over here, let's put this nice and easy. And we also have the big aluminium cabinet here. We also have a serial number for the white edition. Look like this. If somebody know why they have put this tape at the side, leave me a comment on that. But here is the cabinet. Here we have the comb. Looks like a waffle, but say PIT on this one. And we also have the improvement of the isolation material inside the Beolab 8002. We have all these here. So yes, put this aside. And one of the things I have looking out for that in the Beolab 8002 they are using one more of this one and one more of this one. So that's also very interesting to see that this is not there's not a thing where you can put the same isolation material from the Beolab's 8000 series. So they also have improved their own for the own Beolab 8002. So yeah, that's also great to see. And they also have removed smaller isolation materials. They have yeah, that's also nice to see. So here we have the bolt for the big aluminium foot, and we have the woofer, and there's actual difference in woofers. This is, it says it's look like it's not the same, but one of them has a PCB board. So yeah, this is, I think this one was the top part and this was the lower part. Put it here. And here's the Twitter unit. And the amplifier board, PCB board 2. The position selection. Power supply board, PCB board 35. And I think this is a stereo code or a filter for the Beolab 8000, and this is the PCB board 30. And we also have the PCB board 7 for the protection, thermal protection. Top plastic part where this is sitting on. And we also have the input selection with the serial number and the type number. And we also have some gaskets and the rubber ring around. The rubber ring is sitting around here. Sitting right here around in this line here. So that was the assembly process for the Beolab 8002. I hope you learned something. It was actually my first time to do that. It was very difficult for me to remove the front cover. I thought it would be much easier to do it, but the LED plastic part was blocking to lift it up, so we must remove the one side first, and also the cover is in I think such good shape. So yeah, I think we are. And here is the last part, the big aluminium iron foot. Look like this. It's weigh around 20 kilos. So yeah, put it here. So thank you for watching, and I hope you will enjoy my channel. The audience is growing to my channel, so keep up the good work, and I hope out there love my content. So yeah, stay tuned and have a nice day.